not live on Kumu yet, but hopefully in a few minutes. If not, we might have to restart our Kumu.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, but at least we have all the whatchamacallits all set up in there.
Yeah,
but
Facebook is live.
Woo! Yep. Oh, there we go. So Kumu USA is up. My own account isn't up yet.
Let's
Hi everybody. Hi Juliet. Was that Stry Fudge?
Yeah.
Oh.
Survive Lace.
Oh. Survive.
San Lorenzo. Crazy.
I'm doing this right.
Lorenzo. Crazy.
Who has the echo?
I don't have anything up.
Charlene. I forgot to change my background. I still have my woman cave background.
Well, that fits for Kamari Hood,
the topic.
Right?
I mean, you know.
Hi, San Lorenzo. How are you?
Right. The only question is, are you going to pull anything out of it?
Not right
What's
now.
in
I don't
there
think.
tonight?
I like to keep whatever's in there.
In there.
Oh,
good lord.
Let's see.
Spicy.
I'm gonna try to redo this on my own account because it's not showing up.
I know. I don't know
Let me
if
see
I
if that
did
works.
it right.
You probably
Oh,
did it
it's
right, but sometimes it takes a minute for the screen to show.
Okay.
It's actually showing on mine now. That's
Oh, nice.
I
dope.
messed up and
I'm
I
gonna stop. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
logged
stop mine
out.
too.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
click
restart it.
podcast and redo it.
Yeah, because
What?
I had to do that last night. San Lorenzo, Atiliana, love the waterfalls. So very naturey. Thank you. I hope you can come visit my woman cave one day. Hi, Lizelle. Hi, BJ.
Oh, cool! It's working. Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, I love this.
Nice.
Don't you
We're all
love
on
it?
Kumu accounts right now.
Awesome. You guys have hacked the system.
I think I do.
Dude.
Fuckers.
What up, Charlene? What up, Fatima?
Hi. Where you at? Where you at?
He's here.
That is the
What
voice
you
of
doing?
Jesus.
He's in
Where
the
you
cave.
at? You got plans.
He's in the
I don't know
Kumari
why
Hood
I got
cave
the
right
song in
now.
my head.
I'm cooking in the cave.
That's a great place to cook.
It's like I hear Ronald
Can you hear me?
Soros Rex.
Mine isn't showing up.
No,
But
mine's
it
not showing
will.
up yet either.
It will. Don't
Mine
worry.
is. Are you serious?
Yeah, we gotta be patient.
I had to log out and then log in though.
Mine literally shows. I see all y'all on it. It's so
yeah, I think
cute.
it takes like about 2 to 3 minutes sometimes. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just say, all y'all are beautiful. You look beautiful online right now.
Oh,
Thank you. I haven't showered yet today,
Me
or
too.
brushed my
It's
hair.
okay. I have pink hair, girl.
It looks good. I love it.
oh yeah, you can't wash much.
Emo style.
with the
RJ's like nice.
Nice.
noise.
I'm gonna have to get used to that username. I'm gonna have to memorize your numbers. 223
That's a lot of
572.
memorizing.
I'm still sharing, y'all.
Oh, I
didn't realize.
I didn't even
Right
share.
there. But what happened?
I feel so blessed. I didn't realize I had that many friends on Kumu. Thank you all. I'm like, thank you. I didn't know we're friends. Thank you.
I'm gonna share this on Instagram. Now, if you could go Instagram live, that would be perfect.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you hear me? Instagram live, that would be perfect. Oh, yeah.
There's echo.
That would be perfect.
But yeah, we
Starting
can go
again.
to
I'm just
10
gonna turn off my
accounts at the
phone.
same time.
I'm having technical difficulties.
10 accounts all at once.
That's good job.
All right.
All right,
Can you
smile
hear
real
me
quick.
or no?
I'm gonna take a picture.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I did it on my phone. That's hella funny.
Do my eyes look open?
I don't know. I lost the
That's a
photo.
serious question.
Hi, Julie. Yeah,
But y'all
my
can hear me though, right?
Kumu is still not working, but it's okay. It's fine. It'll go on eventually, I think. Ooh, I gotta use toots.
Alrighty. Should we get started?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, where's Lonnie? On the light.
Hi, Jennifer.
Sorry. I was forgetting to
Okay.
turn on the other light.
Everybody here looks beautiful. I'm sorry I actually didn't set up my lighting, but it's all good. Hi everybody, welcome to this episode of I'm here.
Yay!
Yay, we're here.
5 minutes, you know.
It took 3 minutes. Exactly 3
Oh,
minutes
there
for
you
mine
go.
to come.
Oh, thanks for the hearts, Chi. So sweet.
Okay,
Aw.
so this is a monumental event talk because we figured it out on how to get everybody streaming on
Yes.
Hulu, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube's, on Twitch, all the places. So I'm very happy. It only took us 22 minutes to figure it out. Maybe next time you could start earlier, but you know what though? Learning will only make us better. It'll only make us stronger. And you might have noticed that the title of today's show is Pinay Strong. You might have noticed that some of us are eating, some of us are, drinking. We're nurturing our bodies because, we need to be strong, we need to be healthy. So this is almost like a round table, dinner table conversation. It's around dinner time. I really like it because I love the food. We have a chef here, one of some of my favorite people to eat with. So let's get started. So today is Pinay Strong. I'm Joe Boss. I am your moderator for today. I'm super hyped because I haven't been on the show for a couple of weeks. So I'm super excited to see my Kumares. Why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? So I'll go last. So whoever is on this side, I don't know, this side,
I
Leanna,
think me,
go ahead.
right?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Leon Anselmo. I've been on Kumu for about a year and a half. You can find me on Kumu every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time here on Kumu USA, or Facebook, Twitch, YouTube's. I think that's it, right? Or on my own account, Leon Anselmo. Tuesdays, the Best Friend Show with my bestie Ron Sara on his account, 7-ish p.m. Pacific time. And then what else? Kumari Hood International is Thursdays, 9 p.m. On my account. And then you'll find my random streams, like my gaming streams mainly, as of right now. I am planning on bringing back the Snuggery. So, yeah, I'm getting ready for that. And I think that's it.
Sweet. Thanks, Leanna. How about you, Fatimers? You're on mute, girl.
I just wanted to make sure you could tell my red lipstick and read lips. We're trying to be like, give acknowledgement to people who like reading lips. Okay. Anyway, hi everybody. My name is Fatima, aka Fatima Music 786. So glad to be here on Kumarehood with all of our wonderful, beautiful kumares. I think it's been a minute since all 5 of us have been on it. So this is a beautiful thing for us to celebrate, and it's a beautiful topic. You can check me out on all social media platforms with Fatima Music 786. On Kumu, it's Fatima Music. I am a avid TikToker, so definitely laugh and celebrate with me being a really crazy, sexy, cool mom that my kids hate watching the videos of. And of course, here on Kumu, you can check me out on Kumare Hood on Mondays and Thursdays for both USA and international. We haven't done it in a minute, but I'm hoping we'll be back on track with it this week. Also on Sundays, I do Sunday special, just enjoying music and appreciating life and kicking off celebrating the end of the week to start the new week. So hopefully we'll check it out, and hopefully we can come back to rolling with the titas. We've been missing out on that. Maybe on Friday we'll do it. All right, yeah. Check me out. Thank you.
Thanks, Fatimers. I call her Fatimers. Chef Charlene, on to you.
What's up, everybody? Chef Charlene here. I started Kumu around the end of the pandemic time around the end of 2020. It was something I started, and then I got invited to join the Kumari Hood and share story and space. Some things about myself. I'm a winner of Food Network's Chop 2016. And, I've always been a Filipino food advocate in whatever I'm doing. I am a cannabis advocate as well, and all about community and just sharing space and, again, story with y'all. And I don't have a set show yet, but, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Kumu. I'm still working on figuring out a regular show that I can do and share. I can't wait. I have a couple of things in line, so hopefully I'll get it's gonna happen. Being part of this has definitely pushed me and constantly inspired me, so I'm excited to again share space with y'all.
Yes, I love it when Chef Charlene's on the show. Okay, so fresh and so green, Leilani is so fresh, go girl.
Hello, y'all. I am Leilani, aka So Fresh So Green. You can find me here on. Oh, sorry, I've been on Kumu since April of 2020. You can find me here every Monday, and you can also find me every Thursday with Kumari Hood International. I normally have a plant stream. I'm starting a new show in August. I have partnered with Antoinette, and we're gonna be doing a plant happy hour stream. So a sip and soil, if you will. So yeah, come and join us. Yeah, I'm all about the community as well. I'm always the tita that's trying to feed you. I actually do that for work. I work at food banks also, so I'm trying to feed everybody. Okay, thank you.
I love that. I love that. I love all your ideas. So fresh and so green. It's sip and soil. I mean, come on. That's what us titas do, right? Okay. So, I didn't introduce myself. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe, aka Joe Boss. I haven't showered or brushed my hair or anything like that, and I'm in my natural habitat, so I feel really good. I actually celebrated my first year anniversary on Kumu on July 23rd, earlier this week. Many thanks to Leanna for getting me on here. I remember when we got on our first stream in 2020, I was so stinking nervous. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can stream. And here we are a year later, killing the game, right? So I want to also plug my show. It's The Secret Sauce of Joe Boss on the K stage every Wednesday. So you could catch me tomorrow at 5:30. What else do I have? I have a show called Grow and Glow with Joe. That's whenever I feel like it. And then I have another show usually on weekends. It's new. It's called Let's Go Lego Joe. So I actually build Legos. And you might have seen last weekend where I had my partner, Jay Jericho. We built some things online. So I was in the background of his. You could hear him on the background of mine. So we're streaming simultaneously. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, that's it. I'm happy that we're all here together. Time check. It's 8:30. We have an hour. All right. Sisters, are we ready for this conversation? Yes. Okay. So you might have noticed that the title of today's show is Pinay Strong. It was heavily influenced by the fact that this morning or tomorrow, which is in Japan, time difference, one of our own won a gold medal for lifting, and her name is Heidelin Diaz. For those who haven't watched the footage yet, go ahead. It's on YouTube. It's all over your feeds probably. She had a silver medal in Rio in 2016, and now she won gold. And then there's another woman. Her name is Lee Kiefer, who's from Kentucky. She won in fencing. So two Pinays, super, super proud. And it's great that they won their golds within 24 hours of each other. But there was something that I saw online where it actually really called to me, where it said, in a country full of, incompetent and other adjectives, males, it only makes sense that a woman is the first Filipino to win a gold medal. because women, they carry a lot of burden, they carry a lot of the weight, and they take care of their own. And in addition to working full time, we're also parents. We wear many hats. So that actually spoke to me. So the reason why our title today is Pinay Strong, because I want to celebrate our people, our women, our Pinays being strong. And with 2020, a lot of moms I know had to stay home, take care of their children while they're working at home. So it's been a year of learning, and going back onto the year, we actually got stronger because of what happened to us. A lot of us lost family members and friends because of the pandemic. So coming out of, we're going to be different people I don't think there's going to be an end to the pandemic anytime soon, but just looking back, I think we're really strong. So today we're going to be talking about accomplishment and being strong when needed. So the first question is, I'm going to throw it to Leanna or anybody. I just volunteered you because you're right next to me. But the first question is, was there ever a time someone underestimated you? And if so, how did it play out and how did you cope with it?
Yeah, I feel like I've been underestimated a few times. I'm trying to think like which one would be, or which one comes to mind. I guess when I was majoring in engineering at first, I was the only female in class, and we had to do a group project, and we had to design like a little mini. What were we designing? We were designing something, and we were trying to see which group can withstand the most. I think it was like a bridge. It might have been a bridge that could withstand the most weight. And nobody wanted to listen to my ideas. I think it's because I am a female. So like I pretty much didn't really take any part in the group project. But then it was. I ended up just making my own just to test it anyways. And, but they didn't want to use my design, but, mine actually withheld a lot longer than theirs. So I was like, well, you guys decided not to use mine. So yeah, I think that's one that I can remember for sure.
That's wild. Like, and then you actually proved them wrong.
I did. Yeah.
How about you, Charlene?
I feel like a lot of moments when it came to looking for a job for me, I know since the start of or my first time getting a job, it was at a cafe, and I finally got my worker's permit. I was 16, and that excitement to like, oh my gosh, I get to work and make money. I was applying at a cafe, and it was a group interview. So group interviews, like, you don't know. Like, this is with there's 3 of us total getting interviewed by the owners, and it just it just felt, I don't know. I just felt like pretty much like the black sheep, right? I was a woman. The 2 were males or guys, and different race, and being of color, and just going through that interview process. It's like, I don't know. I was not myself, but like you try to just do your best. As far I remember trying to answer just all the questions thoroughly and all that, but it just felt different. The conversation between the interviewer to me didn't seem as focused, or wasn't as, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And it seemed like they had more conversation with the other 2 candidates. So it definitely put me in a different mood. I was young, so I didn't know what to expect, but I know, ultimately, fast forward, I ended up to get the job. So I don't know, that feeling of, being underestimated, of just how that whole process went. I'm like, whew. But, I was my first job. It was awesome. And just that feeling, yeah, it's up, and, it was still a win. It was still definitely a win after that.
You bring up a really good point where, in some instances of our lives, like females, women, especially those who are of color, have to code switch a lot. We have to adjust ourselves to basically assimilate into whatever environment that we're going into. And that itself takes a lot of work and a lot of character, I think, where you could be a mom, a business owner, a woman of color, a younger person, older person, but when the systems are catered toward the patriarchy, and we're already at odds, right? We're already, oh shit, I actually have to change a certain part of myself or act a certain way just so that I could feel accepted. And I feel that that's what a lot of us have to deal with when we go into job interviews, right? We're trying to fit that role. I see you nodding over there, Fatima. Have you ever felt underestimated? And if so, let's twist this. Like, let's do it how Leanna and Charlene put it. Like, they actually succeeded. Has there ever been a time for you?
I think it's on a regular basis. I feel like, as being a woman of color in any platform, you're automatically underestimated and devalued the moment you walk into a space. Like, even at the company I work for, like, still kudos to our organization. We really do pivot for representation and equality and equity. However, there's individuals that still put you on a negative platform. So I'll give you an example. It's actually two-parter, because I had to go through this when I was when I was singing seriously professionally, like since the age of 10. I was always underestimated, that I couldn't be intelligent, I couldn't be eloquent, I couldn't be like a jack of all trades in the entertainment industry. They just automatically assume if you sing, you only know how to sing and that's it. They didn't see that there's like a facet behind what they claim as being sexy. Like, they were like, no, you need to be demure and sexy, but don't talk. It's like, what are you talking about? I have so much to say. Let me speak my truth, because there's other people that need to hear it, because that's the reason why we're on this platform. We're here to be able to give an advocacy and give a voice for the people who look like us, who have never been acknowledged for who they are. So that's the reason why I joined the entertainment industry, because I felt like there was a necessity for us to be able to have role models and inspiration for people to feel like, yes, this person can still be an entertainer, but still get a degree, still be successful in their craft, and still be able to entertain you and make you smile and make you laugh. Like, we were just having a conversation about my fiance was talking about how the most eloquent and most intelligent people are actually in the entertainment industry, because they have to know how to be a chameleon and pivot and be able to read an audience, read a person before even they read themselves, to be able to make them feel thoroughly engaged and entertained. And you know who are the most intelligent? Actually, a lot of comedians that are out there in this industry. They're like genius level, but nobody knows that they were like top of their class, that they have PhDs. It's the same thing. Like, when they hear a singer, they don't assume that I could have a degree in Asian American studies, or that I was actually pre-med but decided not to continue, only because of the fact that I wanted to be inspiration in other aspects. But I think also the aspect here in entertainment, it's also a double-edged sword too, because it also gives me a negative, because at my work, some people actually like, oh, they only known me as an entertainer or as a singer. They don't see anything else. So instead of introducing me as Fatima, who's an amazing event planner and executive assistant, who does all of these aspects in philanthropy for not only the company, but for our community, they're like, oh, she's a singer. And I'm like, what? There's so much more to me that you don't know. And you literally put me on a level that makes me lower than everybody else before I even had a moment to speak and speak my truth. And I think that's the problem with our world and our society, that they don't even give us a chance to speak our truth before we even have a chance to speak it. And I feel that's already putting us at a negative, because we are underestimated before we even walk through the door. So sorry, that was a lot. Respect, thank you. Yeah, so that's mine. And how I coped with it, I said, screw you, I'ma prove you right. Thank you. Right, so that's how I coped with it. I think I proved them wrong by doing more, proving more, and letting my actions speak louder than my words. Yeah.
Like what Charlene said, respect.
Yeah.
Mano.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that sticker.
I do have a response. I'm gonna let Leilani go first because Fatima. Yeah, go ahead, Lonnie.
I was gonna say I feel the same. That's like that sparks my fire, like, or that lights that like. Mo, don't piss me off because then I will prove you wrong. Like, but they said it much better than I did. But yes, I'm in agreement. Respect. Thank you. Yes, I love how you just have that ready. I appreciate that.
Sorry, girl, I went too long. I got a little rant on that.
No, I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
There's nothing more, I don't know. It's double, it's like a double-edged sword. You don't want to hear it, but at the same time you're like, oh, you want to see me? I will show you. Silently.
You know how what did that guy say? Was it Roosevelt? He goes like, work in silence or fight in silence or something in silence, but carry a big stick. Do y'all remember that? Where it's like, you know, people when they see you or they see me or, you know, us, like they already have this image in their head of like what they think we are. Right. And Lonnie, did you have an example of when you were underestimated before I go into this whole thing?
No, go ahead. It's
okay.
Thank you.
So I remember I was with a friend, and I love this friend to death. And they were introduced, and they're pretty high up there in the upper echelons of entertainment. And we were at an event one time, and you know, he was introducing me to their friends, and you know, he would say like, you know, she's this and this and this and this. She looks ordinary, but she does this, 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 and this. Right. And then I'm like, ordinary? Just because I don't have makeup and, you know, big titties and, you know, a smaller nose and, you know, dyed hair or, you know, shit done. I'm ordinary, but I'm not capable of doing great things. Is that what you're saying? Or were they saying like, don't underestimate her because she looks ordinary? She does really good things. So like the way that he said it kind of made me think like, so is my persona not matching with my outer self? Because I don't feel like I need to change myself in order to be accepted or to do my job or to do my work, right? Like I didn't shower today. I didn't do my hair. I'm just wearing a t-shirt. I'm not even wearing a bra, right? So it's like, but I'm still going to do the damn thing, right? Another instance was a couple of years ago. I was doing a really cool event in New York. And, you know, the group that I was working with at the time, you know, they had to know every single detail about the event. I was the main producer. And you know, they're like, we have to like do this and we have to do this. And I'm like, why are they micromanaging the event that I'm doing? And then they said, oh, we just want to make sure that everything goes right, that we, you know, that you sell tickets. 5 hours later, that event was sold out after less than 24 hours on the website. So to me, I'm like, I never needed your help to sell out this event. Yet you're inserting yourselves into my space. I don't know for what, for exposure, to just be known, but I felt really like, damn, did they really underestimate me and my abilities that much that they had to insert themselves to basically hover over me to watch my work, right? to be there to make sure that nothing went wrong. That was actually their words. Like, we just don't want anything to go wrong. And so I'm like, and then when I found out that it was sold out 5 hours later, I'm like, step. Right? So Manopo, thank you, y'all. So and I think because I did not come from an events producer background at the time, I was still in my medical field. I was still working at the doctor's office. I was still going to the hospital every day, yet I was doing this event. So I think a lot of people, when they see, a Filipina, they automatically think, oh, that person does this job. Therefore, they cannot be good enough to do this and this. Like what Fatima said, like we're not allowed to be multifaceted, which sucks, because the fencer today or over the weekend who won, Lee, oh my gosh, I forgot her name already, but Lee from Kentucky, she's a med student and she's a gold medalist in fencing. So that just shows how strong Pinays are. We could do so many things and accomplish so many things. Okay, time check, 8:47. Next question.
Just to tell you, her name is Lee Kiefer, and the quote that you were looking for is "Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far."
Ah, there you go. Carry a big what do you call that? Ratan?
It's a beat stick.
Does anybody have like a Kali stick? There you go.
I actually do, but it's in the other room.
There you go. Right? Sticks are powerful if you know how to use it. Look at Lonnie with her big stick.
It's not the length or the width of the stick. It's how you use it, girl.
That's true too.
Those are my secrets.
Because a pencil is a really good stick.
I mean, you could stab with it, right? You could kill somebody. There you go, right? I have a floss stick. You could kill somebody with a floss stick.
I was just saying words, girl. I don't know what you're talking about.
Talk about physically hurting someone. This is like the first time I don't have a weapon around me.
Yeah, I'm a Wu-Tang. I'm gonna get Wu-Tang.
I don't got a stick, but I got a mirror to show your reflection of how an asshole they are.
Yes.
I mean, I have a sock. I guess I could fill it up with some of my change.
Rice. Just use rice.
Oh my God,
That's true. I don't want to be wasteful though with my rice.
It's okay. It'll turn into a warmer.
It's crazy how we all have our own weaponry now. We could kill people with this. Okay.
Dang.
All right. I think we covered the second question. Like, was there ever a time you were talked down to because you're a woman? Okay, cool. And I think we went over 3 too. Was there ever a time when you failed but got back up and tried, but this time you prevailed? Because the show is about accomplishments, right? Mm-hmm. Has there ever been a time for y'all where you did try something, where you either failed, tried it again, and won, or pivoted and tried something else and won? Because all of us are pretty much winning. I'm looking at everyone on this panel. Like, y'all are fucking... Sorry. Y'all are accomplished. Like, you guys do so many things. So, but then at the same time, you don't learn without failing, right? You must have failed at one point. Anybody could take this question.
Surprisingly, I was going to say love.
Oh. Speak on it, girl. Speak on it.
So when you're young, I truly believe that there's 3 loves of your life. Your first, the one that screws you up and makes you learn of what you don't want ever in a relationship. And then the last one, who is the one you're meant to be with for the rest of your life. And those 3 are the most important in making sure that you discover who the person that you want to be is. So it's like the first, you realize how to love someone other than your family and your friends. And it makes you realize how you can open your heart to people and learn to accept and discover something new with a person that is not someone that you grew up with. You know what I mean? The second one is the one that screws you up because you loved so deeply, but it messed you up so bad that you realize I can get back up from this and learn so much more and grow so much more to be the woman that I want to be. And then the third one is the one that loves you unconditionally the way that you deserve to be loved unconditionally, to be the queen that you truly deserve to be. And I think I went through a lot of heartbreaks. Like I'm gonna cry thinking about it because I failed miserably. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I succeeded miserably because I put myself first for the first time. And I think love is not just love of people, it's also love of yourself and self-worth and self-value and self-appreciation. And that's what makes me cry because, you know, love is a universal word, but it has so many different meanings to it that people don't realize. And once you finally find who you are, you just can't stop but wanting to succeed, and you don't won't let anyone take that self-love away from you. So I think that's an important one for me.
Okay, Fatima's going to be
Jeez.
signing books at the end. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know what to say after
For
that.
books.
She's respect.
Was that
She'll
good?
be
Was
signing
that
her
good?
books at her wedding.
Hey, kid flip, man, for real. I don't even know what to say after that. But that was a
She's
really good
absolutely
answer
right. That's like,
for sure. I love that
Yeah.
answer.
Oh, thank you. I'm here all night, not really.
we'll
Nah,
start a book signing tour.
Uh,
everything you said though, Fatima, like, you know, your first love, the one who fucks you up, and then the one, you know,
language girl.
it's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
It's
fine.
cool.
We are
The
talking
one-
about love here.
I
It's
The
a
know.
one,
passionate
the one who
subject.
screws you up. You know what? There's four loves.
What is that?
Yourself.
There you go. For your first love, the one who screws you up, the one who values you, the other person who values you, and then yourself.
Oh, preach, girl. I didn't think about that.
And I said,
Well, I did say it, but I
yeah, you
didn't think
did.
of the
You
whole.
did.
Yeah.
You did. And I think, you know, all the trials and tribulations that you have in any relationship or, you know, job, career, education will make you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I I want to ask Leilani because I feel like she has something to say.
Oh yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Speak your truth, girl.
Oh, gosh. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of in a position where, like, she hit it all on the head.
But you usually say what I say anyway, so it's okay.
I know, that's why it's hard. And I stopped writing my scripts because you end up saying the same thing, but it's still like,
You should write them anyways.
I
Yeah.
should, because then I forget.
I know. I need to start doing that. I kind of stopped after a while, but
Maybe we'll make a
Yeah.
Kumarehood book from all of our answers.
I know.
That'll be fun to read.
Actually, I have a scenario from just last week, but after analyzing it, I think it's higher up in the chain. I was talking about working at food banks, and what they do for the drive up ones is they count how many cars are waiting already, and they take they keep a track record of how many families you're going to feed per car. So um, we have an estimate of how many people we're serving, and I think they might have just been getting audited also, but it doesn't take rocket science to do some quick division. Like if you know you're expecting 220 families and you have a pallet of like 200 boxes of mac and cheese, 20 people aren't going to get the boxes. So I could just hand them out, but um I think the people I was working with also were very old school, and I realized after talking to the other women in my group that the other ladies we were working with they're super old school and have like misogynistic thinking, and they're like, well, you need to ask so and so if you could do that. And I'm like, first of all, why do we need to ask this like, sorry, I almost said this fool. I was like, why do we need to ask this man, like, if we could put it in their car? Like, in the end of the day, I know, or at the end of the day, I know you're going to make me and whoever is here take the rest of this food home. So why don't we give it to someone who actually needs it? Why do I need to ask? Like, and yeah, I think they were just beefing with each other because they didn't want to answer. But I was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to ask you guys. I'm just going to do what I think is right. Like, yeah. So thank you. Thank you. I was like, I thought we were all here to feed the community, not fight with each other. Like, and I'm not trying to take home all this mac and cheese. So let me give it to someone who needs it. Please. And they were just like, oh, well, can you carry all that? I'm like, here we go. Because I'm a girl, you think I can't carry stuff? Like, we packed these bags of food. Yes, I can carry them. Thank you.
Like, why is that? Like, why do some people feel that because, you know, you're a certain height, certain look,
Thank you.
can't accomplish certain things? And, you know, sometimes we do have to overstep, even if it's not, you know, the most orthodox or the most accepted way, you know, in order to grow, in order to improve things, you do have to almost rebel against, you know, the system, right? Chef Charlene, what are your thoughts? Sorry, I saw you.
Oh my God, don't joke. I'm not
No,
going to give you the high
Well, you
blick.
did catch me at my last gulp. So. All right. It was nice to share that with y'all.
I know.
I have to hear it all. Okay. These are awesome.
I love
I
those.
just so happen to have it. You know, was it Ninang Nunu?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Just gifted this to me, so it's awesome to just have
Nice.
this all over my desk. What was the question again? The failures that you experienced, or
like, was there ever a time where someone talked down to you? Like,
that was the one, I think.
yeah, and then talked down to you. Oh gosh, what was the question? I'm so sorry, y'all.
Something
Oh,
about
was there ever a time you failed but got back up and tried
Mhm.
again and then
Yes.
succeeded? Prevailed.
Mm-hmm. I think the one story, or actually several stories that come to mind, is when since I started, or when I decided to have my own business, or my first business, my actual, opening up my first restaurant. You know, it's currently not open now, but like, just to go through that process of starting my first restaurant, thinking that's this is my final destination to life. You know, I get to cook Filipino food for the community. It's all me. It was my creation, and you know, learning the business side of things and how it was very challenging to actually be in a sustainable place with it. I wasn't necessarily forced to close, but that was as far as business, it's like that was the best choice to do at the time. And you know, at the time, so I was open for about 4 years, and you know, just hearing that I have to close just for the sense of, you know, of money and it not sustaining itself, eventually closed. But that whole process of feeling that was a failure and grieving that, you know, that was my pride and joy. It still is my pride and joy. Like, it still lives. It has always lived, like, throughout my journeys after that. Like, I opened several other businesses. So that's where the success or the flip came, when understanding that was just the start of what I've grown to become now. Like, you know, when I hear failure, like, I've experienced it in different trials after that, and then trying another thing, and even if it didn't work out, like, I didn't consider it as a failure. But that usually comes to mind, you know, like that feeling of like, oh no, it's not succeeding, and you get that sense of failure. And just hearing it again, it's like you really just have to flip that switch and understand that it's an experience that you have to go through. It's not going to kill you, but it's definitely something you have to go through, you have to experience to really know if like, it's going to be your, is it your destination or not? Like, again, it's not going to hurt you, but again, you have to experience that failure to go on to the next level.
Respect. Yeah, definitely. I feel like when you have, oh gosh, Charlene, you're so accomplished. The things that you open and start, they're so creative and they're so like, God, I want to be involved with this, right? So when I see people like closing down restaurants and then other people saying, oh my God, they failed, I'm like, hell no, this is not a failure. This is just turning over another page to another chapter of creativity, right? I feel that, when people put that label on us, it puts a lot of pressure on us to get things right the first time, get things right in quotations the first time. And I feel that that's what a lot of our elders, especially going back to what Lonnie was talking about, what our elders, what our parents, our families, the ones who think that they know better because, whether they're older or have experienced more, like they have their own definition of what accomplishment is. For when I see you, Charlene, Leilani, Liana, Fatima, all of us have pivoted and changed chapters and turned pages and tore out pages out of our books, right? Now, going back into like our childhoods, do you think that our elders had a different definition of accomplishment, and how did that definition affect your trajectory in your life? So anybody could start this.
Go first, Leigh.
Okay, so I think accomplishments to them are defined differently, but they also lived in a different circumstance. So if you ask any of the women in my life, they all try to leave the house at 18 because that was like the fastest way out and the traditional way, to get married. So to them, that's an accomplishment. And to them, that's why they're so like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have a baby? And I'm like, when I'm ready. Which I get why, because of how they lived, that's to them, that's an accomplishment. But for me, I'm like, I can't really take care of myself. So how about I do that first and then try to bring a child into this world? That would be more responsible. But that's just me, like I got diabetes. I need to get rid of that before I try to bring someone else in here, not only that, their definition of accomplishments is just like take care of your family, but they also like, I think I take care of myself last because that's what I saw my mom do. I saw my mom take care of everybody else first all the time. It's still like that. Now we have to remind her to chill, or we just have to kind of push her aside and take over so that she will sit down. You know, yeah. I think that's it for now. I probably have so much more to say, but
Respect. And you actually bring up a really good point about how our elders saw marriage and being validated by a partner as an accomplishment. They and you're right. We have to sympathize with that. They did come from a different time. That they did rely on the patriarch to take care of them. Therefore, they could be that housewife. They could be that mother and that matriarch of the family, right? So, really, really good points. I actually didn't think of that. Thank you, Leilani. I want to go to Fatima because when I asked that question and I said anybody could go, I heard her bleh. So what did you mean by that bleh, Fatima?
Well, because think of it this way. A lot of the issues that we have as Filipino Americans or Asian Americans in general is the same thing that Lonnie said, how our elders kind of wanted the men to be the ones that are the breadwinners and the women are the caretakers. And they put emphasis on taking care of the family and being in their eyes in a stable job, which is nurse, doctor, lawyer, teacher. And that's where it ended.
Mm-hmm.
What about the scientists, the musicians, the writers, the ones who are not necessarily in the box of what they thought was appropriate? And like if you chose those careers, you were looked at as basically a failure. Like, they're like, "Why? Don't you want to take care of the family?" It wasn't about self-care at all growing up, especially as as an Asian American woman. You're looked at as you need to put focus on how you're going to take care of everybody else and be responsible for everyone else. Whereas like what if you had your own dreams and aspirations that you wanted to do? And I think that was what was really hard for me as a struggle when I was an entertainer, because if I had my choice, I would have taken that opportunity to be Eponine on Broadway when I was 16 years old and be a Broadway performer for the rest of my life. But before I even had a chance, that was taken away from me, and I was told no already because it wasn't what was in the plan for our elders of what I was supposed to do. And so that put me in a predicament, because when you're young and you have this dream, this passion, instead of being like nurtured, it's actually being taken away from you. And so you're stuck in positions and jobs that don't mean anything to you or have no value to you, because it doesn't share the same passion that you originally had for what you grew up wanting to be for the rest of your life. So it's kind of like that child who says, "I want to be a policeman," but the parents are like, "No, it's too dangerous. You are going to be a teacher." It's I think in that in itself causes a lot of issues, because then you learn later, too late in life, what you really are meant to be, because you're first having to fight the stigmas and then fighting that your dream is right to pursue it. So that's why I admire all y'all for being strong women and actually pursuing your passions, because not a lot of people have that same drive, not necessarily the drive, but are willing to take the risk to do that because of the trauma from our elders.
That's real respect, Manabo. You would have been an awesome Eponine. You're the Eponine of my life, Fatima. That's all I gotta
A
say.
little fall of rain. Thank you.
She's here all night until 9:30. Okay.
Yeah.
Leanna, how about you?
I was trying to think of that. Luckily, I didn't get it from my family in that type of way, but it was always my distant relatives, especially when I would go to the Philippines. I remember when I went to the Philippines and I was about 21, they're like, "Oh, you're not married? You don't have kids yet? Like, what's wrong with you?" And I was like, that's not how we do that out here. I was like, and plus, my family was okay with it, especially on my dad's side, because I mean, my grandma, she didn't fit the role. Like, she was never the housewife. She was a teacher. She has a PhD. So she was all, and she was a business owner. So, I mean, luckily none of that was ever really pushed on me. Neither even on my mom's side. Even though I guess they are considered a little bit more traditional. But I do agree with, like, if you're not a doctor, lawyer, nurse, then you're not seen as accomplished. But yeah, I'm trying to. What was the question?
It was about the definition of what an accomplishment was to our elders.
Yeah. I agree though. A lot of it was the marriage and kids, especially as I started getting older. It started like around my 30s. Actually, that's when the family was just like, "Wait, where are your kids? Like, how come you haven't had kids yet?" And I was like, "You want me to just meet some rando and get knocked up right now? I could do that for you, no problem."
That was actually requested once.
Yeah. My mom just like gave an eye roll. She's like, "Whatever," typical Leon answer.
Yeah.
Wait, to
Hopefully
you
they
or
were
to
joking.
Liana? Which
me.
parent?
Hopefully my mom was
Oh.
joking, but she was just like, just ask him for a baby. And I was like,
What?
you don't ask people for a baby. Number one. And then she was like, we'll support it. I was like, whoa. So now
Should try that at a bar. Like, hey, will you have a baby with me?
Oh my god.
can I have a baby? Give me a baby.
So like, would you? I was just asking if you wanted a beer, not a baby.
Okay. Like, hold on. I need a glass of water. Stay hydrated. Like,
So, wouldn't that be hilarious if a guy goes to like you at a bar and he's like, "Can I buy you and you're like, "Baby."
Oh no.
a baby.
No. No. Let's talk about that. Like, you're accomplished if one, you become a wife, or two, you become a mother.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of us don't want either or both of them. Right? So, like, I think because, we're in a different time now where Pinays who actually have a choice, whether or not to go down that road of either being a wife, a spouse, or, mother. Like, a lot of our elders don't know how to handle it, right? And I get it. Like, my mom, she definitely wants another grandchild, and at the same time though, they don't see our internal struggles. Like, I if I were to get pregnant, it would be a very high risk pregnancy. I have health things that will happen, and my doctor straight said, if you do become pregnant, you're gonna have to do this, you're gonna have to take this medicine, you're gonna have to stay at home like the last few months. So it's like, is it worth that to me? So it's like, we have a lot of adulting conversations about children and marriage, right? But let's pivot. We're in the last 20 or so minutes of this conversation. Like, what's funny about our culture is that, Fatima, you talked about, you wanted to be this Broadway star, get your Tony, perform as Eponine in Les Mis. Our elders don't begin to be proud until you get that point where you are recognized, you get that award. That's when they're proud, right? They're not proud really or maybe they are, but they don't, express it. I'm not going to make this whole umbrella statement that our elders are never proud of us, but it seems to me that they will start being proud once you accomplish or get that award, right? Like, I mean, our Philippine culture thrives off of sports, entertainment, right? And the export of people, right? So, but let's flip that around. Let's ask ourselves, what are we proud of? Right? What accomplishment? It doesn't even have to be a huge accomplishment, right? It doesn't have to be an award, a title, or whatever. Like, what are you individually proud of yourselves? Let's start with Charlene.
That's definitely one of my favorite questions. I mean, I think, again, what resonates me is when I decided to work for myself or just create my own path and not go the route of, again, the corporate ladder, or going the route that like in my parents' eyes is, you go to school, you find somebody, get married, pregnant, family, and all that. But yeah, so like I broke all the levels of of their expectant, what they expected. So and it was challenging because not only, you're fighting against society, you're also fighting against like your blood, your family, your people that are, under the same roof, and yeah, I think one of the thing, again, deciding to just work for myself is like the hugest thing. And I think about it all the time. Cause again, it's when you work for yourself, it's, I think, your most freeing feeling, and I'm one to like, I hate feeling confined. I hate following the rules. I don't necessarily hate it. It's like, no, I just, no, thank you. I'm like, let me just create it my way.
You make your own rules.
Exactly. Right. And I think it just excites me to be able to break the rules that society, has set for us, that like, well, I'm still going to do it. This is the way it should be. And we're going to try it. And if I fail, it's still a success because I tried it and nobody else tried it. So that's kind of my internal motivation in those moments. So yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know. I'm proud of myself for even knowing Charlene. Like, Charlene is
Same.
Charlene is like one of my heroes, legit. Right?
Isn't that crazy that I do fangirl over it? I'm like, dude, she's our homie, yo. That's fair. That's
Mutuals.
Mutual has.
Everyone is so maraming dope, yo.
I love that.
Wait, post that up again. I'm gonna take a picture.
Okay. Same question to you. Oh, but Charlene, love you for real.
Yeah.
You're definitely a trailblazer in our community. So much respect to you. Okay, I'm gonna bring it over to Leanna because she's nodding her head.
I guess the Kumari hood. Like I've got to meet so many women that have inspired me, that I've got to learn from, and I get to grow with. What else? Well, I guess my life experiences and the friends that I've made. I've fucking lived, and and I hope to continue to do so for a while. But yeah, like, it's just like, I've had some pretty crazy experiences, and whenever I share it with some people, they're like, you have so many stories, like, it's nuts. And I was like, well, that's how I wanted to live. I wanted to live through all these different and weird, I guess, experiences. So yeah, that's it for me.
Oh my gosh, you're my Kumare who's done all these things, like beat up people at bars and live to tell. That's like your motto. And I live to tell the tale, right? Like, that's Liana. That's Liana. And
Like, we live vicariously through Liana. We're like, yeah, did you hear our friend? She did this and this, and they were like, "What did you do?" Nothing.
I watched.
I applauded her. That's what I did.
I held her purse.
Yeah.
I held her earrings. She goes, "Hold my
This.
hold my hoop."
I have a coat rack.
Let me pull out some razor blades out of my cap.
But to your first point, Liana, about you being proud of starting Kumare Hood and Kumare culture, like, girl, that's all I gotta say. Girl, like, you started something, and I'm just so happy to share space with you. Okay, time check. What time is it? 19. We got about 10 minutes. So let's go, Fatima and Leilani. You guys want to Rochambeau for this, or who? Go ahead.
You can go first.
I give it to Lay.
Oh,
Lani.
of course, we let each other go first. Okay, mine's quick. I'm just proud that I feel comfortable in my own skin and that I stand up for what I believe. Because I feel like someone's always trying to shift my thinking. Like, especially with my appearance, like, I will have this gap forever. Like, I will not get braces. I had braces already. So naturally, this is what I'm supposed to look like. I'm not going to fight it. And everyone keeps telling me, oh, go see another doctor. Just go to the doctor. Have a dentist. Get an orthodontist. And it's like, you know what? Why? These are my teeth. Like, I'm cool with them. They work. They're attached. Like, I'm fine with them.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
It's still beautiful, and you get to eat spaghetti the best way.
You know what? Next time I'm gonna try and. Because I was gonna say, I know I'm all about saving the turtles, but I have to use a straw sometimes. To like shoot out the But it's yeah. So you see me with
You
a
almost
straw.
made me
Don't judge
ee-hee,
me,
dude.
okay, y'all? Don't know.
Respect.
I use a straw for y'all's safety. Thank you.
Oh gosh.
I'm serious though. I was jealous of Dero when he lost all his teeth in the front. I was like, dang, you don't have to open your mouth to chew. You just go done.
You're a fool with you.
I'm gonna think of you every time I eat spaghetti now.
Now I'm gonna think of Fatima saying that about spaghetti. Now I'm gonna think of Leilani and Fatima
Yeah.
when I get spaghetti.
Or any type of noodles.
Or when you use a straw.
Yeah. Leilani, I'm thinking of you.
That's why I usually have a straw.
You guys are wild.
Stupid. Wow.
I should have muted.
No, I'm glad we got the snort.
See, I knew we needed tissues, but it wasn't from crying.
You said loca.
Oh man.
Steve.
Thank you, Leilani, but you're beautiful. You're perfect. So
Thank
fuck
you.
them. That's all I gotta
Yes,
say.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Fuck them. Sorry. Fuck them.
Exactly.
No, I'm kidding.
You're like,
forgot
here,
we're on
do you see
Bluetooth.
between the lines? Do you see between the lines?
Wow.
Oh man.
We're crazy. Okay. Teamers, what are you? You're my ramen dope. You're my ramen dope, Charlene, Leilani, Leanne, Teamers.
Oh man. What am I proud of? Honestly, I think for the first time in my life, having a voice and not afraid of being able to speak my truth without being chastised or questioned. I think it took me years to figure
Years.
It's okay.
It's all good, girl. It's all good.
Well, yeah, no, I think it's truth though. Like, because I think I was I don't want to say victim because that's just victimizing myself for no reason. I think I was too afraid to voice myself, like speak my voice or hear my voice, like saying no, or I believe this is the right way. Because, I worked in an industry where they were like, we need to mold you. You do as we say.
Yeah.
And so that voice was like stuffed down for a long time. And it wasn't until I can almost, I guess you could say, the kumarehood, that I finally was not afraid to speak my voice. Like, it's hard when you don't have a voice and you're not able to share it.
Mhm.
What's that?
Tissue.
But I think what makes me proud of it, especially, is because I'm giving my kids the opportunity to speak their voice, be proud of themselves, And I think that's the hardest thing because I was a young parent. I think it's different from a lot of, this whole group. No, none of y'all had kids. I'm the only one that had kids, and I had them young at 26. If looking back on it, I still don't know if I even knew who I was at 26. I still didn't know myself at 36. Who knows if I'll know myself at 46? You know what I mean?
Stop that.
You know,
Yeah.
it's sad that, we're growing up and we're still only just finding our voice, but it just reminds us it's never too late to find your voice and find your truth and fight for that. Yeah.
Good job, Mama. Mama Bear.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god. Okay.
I'm just lucky I have a strong support system of wonderful kumares and kumpares and family that let me be my stupid, silly self. And I thank you all for letting me do that, because I think that's what the pandemic helped me realize, that we're all survivors and
Oh.
resilient beyond measure.
For sure.
Okay, I'm gonna start crying too because I've been crying honestly. Like when you said like I'm not even sure if I knew myself at 26 or 36, those were very pivotal years for me too. Like I got married at 26, got divorced at 36, and like the pandemic like made me feel like a failure, right? Like holy shit, like I failed at my marriage, like I'm not liking my job, like where the fuck am I right now? Right? So, but I had y'all to help me through, and like I'm like proud to even be part of this group, to even be considered to be part of this group, because honestly, I don't know what I would have done without like, y'all calling me, like asking me how I am. But yeah, and asking, look, want me to get a baseball bat? You want me to do it like now, right? Or like Fatima saying like,
She
hey, you
knows
want
she
me to
could
pick
pick
you
me
up?
up.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'll
yeah,
go with her to go wherever she's
yeah,
going for you.
right?
And Chef and Charlene will cook for you anything
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah. So
Hey, those
Shakan,
scissors could be
cook.
dangerous.
yeah, those will kill a bitch, right? So
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
but looking back at the year and like what all of us have gone through, like I have, let me see, the shortest. No, I've known y'all for a year because Leilani, I met you exactly a year and 3 days ago, right? On my first stream here on Kumu,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like I've known you so long already, and just being able to share our stories with each other and lifting each other up. I think that's been such a pivotal and integral part of my own transition in my life and turning my own page. So I'm just so grateful for y'all. I was not expecting to get hella emotional, but at the same time though, like fuck, we're strong. We are strong women. We're gonna get stronger. And I feel that y'all are gonna do some great things, you know, now in the future.
Keep following us so we can turn this into a TV show.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So all y'all
Yes.
follow us.
So
Will you provide the snacks for the live audience?
Charlene will do the food segment. I will do the entertainment segment. Liana will do health and sex ed. Leilani will do life.
Provide some toys.
Yeah.
You don't need Dr. Ruth. We got Liana
It'll
and
be the
Selmo.
self-care section.
And Joe Boss will tell us, Fatima, shut up! We're shut up! Next segment, next segment.
Executive producer in the background. Like, yeah. Leilani will show
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
her plants and broccoli
Lifestyle.
and lifestyle. Yeah,
I'll
we're
be
gonna.
the random section.
Yeah, me too. I'll be there too. It's gonna be like the view, the Pinay view mixed with like Maala Ala Mo Kaya.
Hell yeah,
Yes.
dude. And
Mhm.
also Maury Povich, because you are not the father.
Because
Just kidding.
we're
No, I did.
I
no.
know I'm not the father.
I'm kidding.
You
know,
Honestly.
And then maybe we could have like paid programming like Ronco. Some
Like-
GLH.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so great. Like have our own merch. That'd be so awesome.
Oh shoot! I'm still
Kamari
waiting
Shopping
for
Network.
Kumu to make a moo for us. Kumu moo.
Why don't we just
Maybe we
make
could
our
always
own?
make a Kumari Hood duster.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually made one for myself a while back. Yeah, I had thought about making some, but then I just, I don't know. I just haven't really had the time to really make anything in a while.
I thought we were gonna make a Kumare Hood scrunchie. It's a twofer.
Out of a thong.
I
Yeah.
We
And we're
can.
supposed to make a period panty.
That's true.
yeah,
Oh, out of what did I say? ShamWow.
It's gotta be absorbent.
Genius.
Yeah,
That's
Shamrock.
genius right
Super
Soft and
absorbent.
hold that moisture in.
extra absorbent. You know.
there.
Hell yeah, dude.
And you could dry your car.
Yeah, you just need to bend over and like wipe your
Oh my gosh.
Fresh, na fresh.
I love how you have one for everything.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. I want all those stickers. I'm gonna have
Me
to
too.
get those.
Maybe
Send
she'll
us a link?
sponsor us.
We should create a
Our own
a
sticker?
branded one.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
Say,
just
have
go
you run
live.
your
This is
panties?
great. I'm all like,
Yeah, can
Shoot,
we
we
do that?
should.
Oh my god, and get like cartoon caricatures of ourselves,
Yeah.
the stickers, and then have like our lines, right? So, like Charlene, like
that'd be really fun.
Make that for shirts as
Charlene's
lines.
is Charing.
uh-huh.
What's Lonnie's? What's Liliana's? What's mine and what's yours?
I
Okay, now we
don't
have the
have
thing.
one. I don't think I have one.
A tita name?
Mhm.
Mine's Tita Patty. Patty Patty.
What was mine?
Weren't you Twinkie?
Pinky. I was Pinky. Tita Pinky.
Oh, I thought you said Twinkie.
That was
I
the
like
other
Twinkies.
girl. That was the other girl, remember? She was Twinkie, I was Pinky.
Oh, like
And
Pinky and the Brain.
We need to pick up tita
No,
names.
Tita Pinky.
Tita Pinky.
Tita Pinky. Or you should say Tita Punkis. That would be me though.
What's Punkies? Oh my god.
Oh,
Fresh to fresh.
Let's see, we need that right there. I still have the video of you singing and doing that with your eye.
Let me see if I can do it.
Wow, yeah.
We should have scorecards.
Yeah.
where's my
Oh
post-it
my
note?
gosh. I love it.
Tita Patty's secret talents.
Oh, we should do that next show. Next show, Secret Talents.
Oh
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
gosh.
funny.
Oh.
To think of some.
We won't be the entire show, just like one segment of the show.
Oh man, now my eye hurts, y'all.
Just reset. Close them for a little bit. Just close your eyes.
She said
Because I know what you're talking about.
She knows
It does hurt
trying to
after.
do it.
Yeah,
It hurts
don't
like
force
hell.
it. Don't force it.
Oh man.
Okay.
It's hard to do that, to go cross-eyed and then make your eye go the other way right after.
Yeah.
I can
My
imagine.
grandma
That's
would always
probably
say it's gonna get stuck like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it did last week. I was like, and Jeremy's like, dang, babe. He's like, I ain't never seen your eye do that. And I was like, I know, I don't.
Oh my
Babe,
god.
what
Oh no!
The wedding gets postponed until your eye comes back. Please.
Dang.
I'm like, I have my
You're
eye.
like that, like
I know you have to like push it back. Reset. Just close it.
Okay.
All right. We gotta go.
Okay, 9:35, y'all. We're over by 5 minutes. But thank you. Thank you all for being here. Reset, everybody, reset. We will see you next Monday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Mhm.
Shout out to Charlene, Leilani, Liana, Fatima Music. I'm Joe. We will see you next week.
Okay.
Thank you so
see ya.
much.
Thank
Love
you.
I
y'all.
love you
Gladys.
guys.
Love y'all.
Mwah,
Good
mwah.
times. Peace.
Stay fresh and
Ano po?
na fresh.
Fresh na fresh.
Mhm.
Stay fresh.
Maraming dope.
Good night, Mix.
Ay, sus
There we
Marioset.
go. End stream.